What's on the comic rack? It's the Protectors by Malibu Comics. Why are the Protectors on the rack? Well, at the beginning of the year, I bought a collection. In fact, this collection was the first collection I ever purchased. I saw the collection on Facebook Marketplace, and I always wanted to buy a collection. The seller sent me some pictures, and we agreed on a price for 13 long boxes. I knew he had picked out the really good stuff, but I still wanted the experience of buying a collection, seeing if there was something I wanted out of it, and then trying to make my money back by selling the rest on eBay. And this is the section of the collection I have gotten to, and where I started filming. So I use my rack as my first stage of going through a section of the collection. This helps me put the comics in number order and begin the process of seeing what I'll be able to sell, what I cannot sell, and what I may want to keep. Sometimes the comics are in order, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're bagged, sometimes they're not. I was able to get 3 long boxes of Marvel and DC that I added to my personal collection. Now I'm going through box after box of independent comics, like Malibu's The Protectors. When I bought this collection, me and the seller agreed on a set price for 13 long boxes, and the price was really cheap. I arrived at the seller's house, we exchanged money, and we started loading boxes into my Jeep Wrangler. Yes, I said 13 long boxes in a Jeep Wrangler. The seller and his son are bringing boxes out, and it's like playing Tetris getting the boxes in my Jeep. I was so engrossed in playing comic book long box Tetris that I forgot to count the boxes. I get home, start counting the boxes, and I count 17 long boxes, not 13. I message the seller back, and he says, "Don't worry about it." I'm thinking to myself, this was such a good deal because there must be absolute junk in these boxes. Am I going to make my money back on this venture? I don't know. So far I made about half my money back, and it has taken some work and some time. I usually spend a small amount of time each day going through a section and getting it ready to sell on eBay. I'm learning a lot about comics I never collected in the past. The Protectors by Malibu is a perfect example of a series I've learned a lot about. I vaguely remember seeing the Protectors at the LCS I went to at that time. The Protectors were published from 1992 to 1994, and after seeing number 5, it sparked some memories. Remember, this was the 90s, so gimmicks and gimmick covers were all the rage. Whether it was hologram covers, embossed covers, glow-in-the-dark covers, or trading cards, companies tried anything to sell comics. And what did Protectors number 5 offer? Well, this, the first ever force beam hole comic. Yes, it was a hole that went through the entire comic. Just look at that first ever force beam hole comic. I mean, who can resist that? Well, I'll find out because I was able to list a run of 1 through 12 with variants for number 3 and number 4, and 2 number 5s, 1 bagged and 1 unbagged, on eBay. Also listed a lot of 4 number 5s, 2 with bags, 2 without bags. So did I keep any? Yes, I kept 1 number 1 and 2 number 5s. I mean, I have to keep at least 1 force beam hole comic in my collection. So, please like and subscribe. I'll post an update video when these sell. So we may see the Protectors again, or we may not.